You are scrolling LinkedIn and you see another wave of layoffs. On top of that, your company just announced they are exploring AI solutions. If you're on work visa, there is this constant hum of immigration anxiety that never goes away. Three massive sources of stress all happening at once. And the question everyone is asking is, what the heck do I focus on? That's what we are breaking down today. And a little spoiler, you're not alone. Let's face it together. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. We are living through a legitimately stressful time in the job market. AI is changing how we work. Companies are restructuring left and right. And for millions who are dealing with visa uncertainties, there is an added layer of pressure that makes every decision feel 10 times heavier. But here is the thing. When everything feels urgent and tangled up together, nothing gets your full attention. And that's actually where biggest stress is. So let's figure this out together. Let me tell you about two friends. Rahul graduated with his master's, ready to start his career. But for the next year and a half, he couldn't land a job. Not because he wasn't qualified, but because companies had stopped hiring immigrants. Meanwhile, his education loans kept growing with interest, compounding every month. His savings disappeared. He had a wife to take care of. And his credit cards? Maxed out, just trying to cover the basic cost of living. Every single door felt closed. Then there is Vijay. Vijay got promoted at work last year. He was celebrating, feeling like all his hard work had finally paid off. 2 weeks later, he got laid off. His company lost their biggest client and had to cut costs swiftly. So, the people with higher salaries were first to let go. Just like that, he lost it all. And now, there is a third layer to all of this. Because of AI, companies that used to outsource their work are bringing it in-house. They can use AI tools to do it themselves. This way, they are saving their budget, but in process, entire roles are being reshaped. Teams are shrinking, markets are restructuring in real time. Industries are not changing slowly anymore. They are changing overnight. So if you're feeling paralyzed right now, that makes complete sense. This isn't just stress. This is grief, fear, shock, maybe even anger. You might be questioning everything you thought you knew about your career, your worth, your future. Here is what actually happening in your brain right now. When your brain deals with many threats at once, your nervous system doesn't prioritize. It just floods you with cortisol and says, danger everywhere. This is threat situation, and it's why you might feel frozen even though you know you should be doing something. You are stuck in the loop of, should I learn AI skills? But what if I get laid off next month? Should I job hunt? But what if my visa situation changes? Should I focus on immigration stability? But what if AI takes over my role while I'm figuring that out? This is completely normal, but it's also not sustainable. The key is to shift from reactive panic mode to strategic assessment mode, and that starts with understanding which of these threats you can actually influence. I want you to think about these three pressure points through the lens of control. Number one, high control, your skills and adaptability. This is where AI comes in. And here is the truth. AI isn't going to steal your job overnight, but someone who knows how to use it to deliver at the speed of light might. The good news, this is entirely within your control. I want you to think about these three pressures through the lens of control. You can spend 30 minutes a day learning how AI tools work in your field. Start using ChatGPT, Claude, Napkin, Google Notebook LM, or Midjourney in your actual work. Write articles on LinkedIn on how you're using AI in your role to increase your productivity. You don't need to become prompt engineer. You just need to become someone who is comfortable in this new landscape. Number two, medium control, your job security. Layoffs are scary, especially when you're on a visa, but you have more power here than you think. You can make yourself more visible to the leadership by showcasing your newer AI skills. You can build relationships across teams. You can create documentation of your impact or how-to videos in your domain. You can have a financial runway ready. And yes, you can quietly update your resume and network even if you're not actively job hunting yet. Number three, Law control, immigration policy, and economic conditions. This is the hardest one because it's largely outside your hands. Visa policies change in matter of days as political wind shifts and market conditions fluctuate. So what you can control is staying informed without doom scrolling, having plan B and plan C to your main plans, connecting with communities who understand your situations, consulting with immigration lawyers as and when needed. Here is the framework. Invest most of your energy in high control areas, have plans for medium control areas, and track but don't obsess over low control areas. Okay, so what does this actually look like day to day? On weekdays for 20 to 30 minutes daily, learn one AI skill relevant to your job. Not random stuff, actually useful tools. For 1 hour twice a week, work on a side project or a portfolio piece that showcases both your skills and your AI fluency. For 15 minutes daily, network authentically. Comment on posts, reach out to one person, or share something helpful, but for others. On weekends, for 1 to 2 hours total, review your financial situation, update your resume, check in on any immigration related tasks or deadline. Did you notice what's not on this list? Spending 3 hours a day reading doom and gloom articles about layoffs. That's low control territory. Stay informed, but don't live there. The if-then plans. You also need contingency plans that reduce anxiety. They look like this. If I get laid off, I have X months of savings, Y contacts I can reach out to, and Z job boards I'm already familiar with. If visa situation arises, I have an immigration lawyer's info, I know the backup options, and have important documents already organized. If AI disrupts my role, I have already been training in the adjacent skills. I have proof of my adaptability and I know where my expertise still matters. Having these written down will actually quiet your brain because it knows there is a plan. Here is what I want you to remember. You don't have to solve all 3 problems at once. In fact, trying to do that will leave you solving none of them effectively. The goal here isn't to drop anxiety, it's to channel it into productive actions in the areas where you have the most leverage. Focus on becoming AI capable, not AI obsessed. Becoming strategically prepared, not constantly panicked. Becoming informed but not paralyzed about things outside your control. It is okay to acknowledge that this is legitimately harder for you. There are a lot of people in this boat, and it's okay to ask for support, whether that's talking to friends, calling a support line like Friendline to share your thoughts or get an advice, or seeking professional help if your stress levels are really high, who can guide you accordingly. There is no shame in that. Actually, it's one of the smartest things you can do. The people who are going to thrive through this aren't the ones who ignore these challenges. They are the ones who face them strategically, focus their energy wisely, and keep moving forward even when things feel uncertain. You got this, and I believe in you. If you found this video helpful, watch this next video where I have explained how rock bottom could help you rebuild your life and will help you understand the psychology of collapse. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop a comment letting me know which one of these 3 areas you are focusing on right now. I read every single one. And I'll see you in the next video.